Today, we're going to talk about a really fundamental shift that's happening in business intelligence. I mean, we're moving from a world where everything is about clicks on a dashboard to a new reality where it's all about having a conversation. It's about simply asking for the answers you need. The core need for trusted answers to make good decisions. That has always been there. That's the constant. But man, the way we get those answers, that has completely transformed. I mean, we went from these giant, dusty manual ledgers, right? Then came Excel, which felt like absolute magic at the time. After that, we got these slick, interactive dashboards. And now we're literally just talking to our data to really get our heads around the shift. I want to use an analogy. It has absolutely nothing to do with data, but honestly, it explains everything. So picture this. It's 1725. Want to hear music? Well, you have to go find a person who can sing it for you. Fast forward to today, you pull out your phone, tap an app, and you have instant access to practically any song ever recorded. The fundamental need to enjoy music hasn't changed one bit. All that's changed is the delivery. It went from a whole lot of effort to, well, zero effort. And that is the exact same thing happening with analytics right now. So for the past, what, 10, 15 years, dashboards have been king. They've been our primary tool, and look, they're incredibly powerful. But they've also created a huge, frustrating problem, a bottleneck, really. This code just hits the nail on the head. If you've ever worked on a data team, you feel this in your bones. Isn't it ironic? The very tool that was supposed to give us all the answers has actually become the biggest thing slowing us down. So let's break down why that is. Okay, so this cycle, it's a classic story that every data person knows by heart. A developer builds this absolutely brilliant dashboard. It answers 10 key business questions. Everyone loves it. But what happens the very next day? Someone comes back and says, "This is amazing, but can it also show me this?" And that's question 11. Then another person asks for question 12. And pretty soon, you're not building something clean anymore. You're just patching it, duplicating tabs, hacking together some DAX, and suddenly you're maintaining a tangled mess instead of a single source of truth. So the big question is, how do we break out of that frustrating cycle? Well, this is exactly where new tools like Power BI Copilot are stepping in and just completely changing the game. Think about this. Instead of filing a ticket and waiting in line for a developer to have a spare moment, a business user can now just open a chat window and ask. They can type a question in plain English about any data they have access to, and bam, Public instantly get back a chart or a quick summary. That ad hoc curiosity that used to clog up the whole system, it's now just self-service. The bottleneck is broken. And let's be clear, this isn't some far off sci-fi future. This is a real behavioral shift, and it's happening right now. The old daily habit was open your dashboard, poke around, and if you need something new, email an analyst. The new habit is you get an AI generated brief, and if you have a follow-up question, you just ask it in the chat. Analytics is no longer a place you go to, it's a conversation you have. But here's where the story gets really interesting. There's a twist. Because the real star of this show, it's not the fancy chat window. It's not even really the AI. It's something that's been there the whole time, working silently in the background. I mean, how great is that phrase? Copilot rips the lipstick off the pig. It's so blunt, but it's so true. See, for years you could have a total mess of a data model, but you could hide it behind a really beautiful, polished dashboard. Conversational AI doesn't let you do that. There's nowhere to hide. It just reflects the quality of your model. So if your model is a pig, well, everyone's about to see the pig. If your semantic model is confusing, Copilot is literally going to tell you it's confused. In this new world, good model hygiene. Having a clean, well-organized model is not a nice to have. It is absolutely non-negotiable. All this stuff you see here, like a clear star, schema, and well-documented measures, this isn't just technical busywork. This is what makes it possible for the AI to reliably translate a simple human question into a correct, trusted answer. So this massive technological change isn't just about the software. It demands a really profound shift in how data teams work and, more importantly, where they invest their most valuable resource, their time. For developers, this is a huge evolution. The job is shifting away from being a dashboard artist obsessed with pixel perfect alignment and make it pretty requests. Instead, it's becoming much more about being a model sculptor, the architect of that trusted logical foundation that the entire AI system has to rely on. And for data leaders, this completely changes what's worth investing in. The value is no longer just in the Flash UI. The real durable asset, the thing that will pay dividends for years, is a trustworthy, reliable, and well-governed semantic model. UI polish is nice to have, trust is a must-have. So what does all this mean for the future? Where are we headed? Well, it fundamentally changes where a user's journey with data even begins. Now, don't get me wrong, dashboards are not going away. Think of them like album art. When music went digital, we still had album art. It just serves a different purpose. And that's what dashboards are becoming. They are perfect for telling curated, high-level visual stories, for giving people that strategic overview. But they're no longer the jukebox. They're not the primary tool you go to for ad hoc exploration and discovery. That role of being able to play any song you can think of on demand, that now belongs entirely to the conversation. So the user's journey now starts with a prompt, not a report. And when you really think about it, it was never actually about the tool. Not Excel, not Power, BI, not even Copilot. It has always been about one thing: getting a trusted answer as fast as humanly possible. And that leaves us with the final thought. You can have the most advanced AI in the world, but it will only ever be as good as the data and the model it's built on. The technology is here. It's ready to give your data a voice. The real question is, how ready is your model to speak clearly?